Hello everyone. Hope everyone is fine. I actually
So,
eaten up Atulya's part, so Atulya can take over now.
so welcome to the fourth session of the web development track of Mozilla Durg, KJ Durg, and Developer Student Community presents the Developer Days. Platform partner, DevFolio, authentication partner, Savo Labs, and supported by Script Foundation. And we have our streaming partner, StreamYard. So, what are we going to do today, Khalid?
I guess we already had a part of fake conversations in opening ceremony, so we'll directly move over towards the just an introduction. We'll be having Shivam on the screen and we'll be working on Node.js. I guess it was a pretty much fun week where you learn about different front end languages such as HTML, CSS, JavaScript, as well as React.js, and we have got a pretty much good response on the forms as well. I have retweeted most of the projects which you all have made, and I really like the enthusiasm of our participants. So if we can get Shivam on screen, Shivam, I guess. Okay. Hi, Shivam.
Hi guys, how is everyone doing?
So I guess Shivam, it's our first backend session.
Yeah.
So we'll be like, if you can give a short intro, what we'll be doing today.
All right, guys. So I am Sivam. Maybe some of you know me and some of you don't. So I am a pretty big fan and lover of JavaScript. So everything can be done in JavaScript, what I believe. And that's a true fact. I'm not bluffing. So if you know JavaScript, you can do anything, whether it's backend, it's front end, whether it's electronic, IoT, or it's mobile development, or anything which you wish. It can be done with JavaScript. So JavaScript is great. So today we will be learning basics of Node.js, and we will be taking a look at the HTTP and file system modules, and we will make a simple to-do list app where we will store the to dos in our backend, which will be our local system. So I hope you know a bit of JavaScript, which will be really helpful. And now I guess we can start.
Sure then.
That's it for the
So
intro.
me and Atulya will be going on backstage right now, and it will be all yours. Stage will be all yours, Shivam.
Sure, sure.
So I'll be adding your screen to the stream, and I guess you want this to be removed, your camera, right? Cool. Over to you, Shivam. Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome again. I guess you know what Node.js is. Let me give you an introduction. As I said, we want to run JavaScript everywhere. So Node.js allows us to run JavaScript in backend as well. So Node.js is just a JavaScript runtime. It is Chromium, like the V8 engine, which is inside Chrome. What Ryan Dahal did is like he put it and he bundled it with the C++ APIs with networking and file system capabilities, so that we can do a whole bunch of stuffs which were not possible with just JavaScript. So I'll show you some of the coolest stuff, like how you can get started with Node.js and all that. All right. So first thing, what you can do is you will have to install Node.js. You can easily install it. Just go to nodejs.dev and click on download node lts. This is one way of doing it, and another way of doing is just here is the simple script, and this will be curl or curl, and it is just an installation script for nvm. What is nvm? Nvm is node version manager. So if I type nvm, you can see I get a whole bunch of stuff. So here it says node version manager. So it's just a simple tool to manage your node.js version. So there are a lot of node.js versions right now. So the latest version is, if you will go to nodejs.org, yeah, this is a complete open source project, so it's like really cool. So the LTS is long term support, and 16.8 is the current with the latest and greatest features. So that's it for the, and you can click on docs and it will give you all the API references for what are the features in all that releases. Okay, so I already have it installed. If you are using Mac, you can run this. If you are using Windows, you can install with Choco. And NVS is something for, because for Windows getting software's work is really painful, and Linux is pretty simple too. You just install it with the script curl o, and just do the nvm install LTS. It will install the version 14, and that's it. Then you can come up to your terminal and just type node, and that's it, guys. So pretty cool, huh? Okay, so does anyone have any questions right now about Node.js, or is everything pretty much clear what Node.js is? So I have cleared the terminal. Okay, so this is JavaScript, as some of you would have already done the front end session. So JavaScript is cool. Like you can just say console.log, and it is giving me the autocomplete. And if I say 1 plus 1, obviously it will be 2. Yes. And why we have undefined here? Because it returns, right? And you can simply just use it as a calculator. Okay, that's cool. Uh, Amit is asking, through Node.js, we can JS outside of browser. Yes, exactly. So we can run JavaScript in our system. Like I'll show you what are the capabilities of Node.js by making an simple HTTP API. Okay, so this is it. This is the we call it Node.js REPL. So whatever you do, like you define a variable const hello equals to hello there. So hit enter, and if we do hello, yeah, we get the string, right? Pretty cool. Okay, so this is it for the REPL stuff. You can, to exit this, you can type dot exit, or you can just press Control D. All right, so I will just make a folder here. So let's call it to do Node.js, something like that. Mk directory is make directory, and let's go cd into it to do Node.js. All right, so I am in this directory right now, and yeah, so you guys have installed the Node.js. So yeah, that's cool. So there is something called npm, node package manager. We have lots of packages. If you will go to npmjs.com, so you will find bunch and bunch of packages here. So what makes this interesting, node interesting, is all about npm. Without npm, node would not have grown this much, trust me, guys. So npm is like a gem for node. Okay, so we can search for packages like Fastify. This is Fastify. Did I spell it right or what? So if I'll click on search, Fastify, yeah. So this is a web framework which we use to make websites and the web APIs. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And all right, so I'll just make a simple file. First, if you want to use node packages, you will have to do npm init, and it will ask you some stuff like package name and all that. As it is saying, it will walk you through creating stuff. Okay, so to do Node.js, let's keep the name simple, keep hitting enter, and version is 1, description, a simple to do app. Cool. And entry point, let's make it index.js. test command, let's leave this empty. Git repository, if you have github linked with this, type the repository URL here. And keywords you can add. So if you are seeing keywords, where is it? There are some keywords. Yeah, so here we have this keyword stuff in the bottom. So this is the keywords. So whatever you will type here, it will come there. Hit enter. Author, let's type my name. Okay. And license ISC, hit enter again. Is this okay? Yes, this is very much okay. Hit enter. And if I will just read the package JSON file, so you can see what we have got here right now. Okay, so this is cool. Yeah, so this is the name, description, and one more thing I will do here, but let's just say, and I will recommend you, if you are beginner, just use VS Code, right? VS Code, yeah, code.visualstudio.com. So this is a very great editor which packs lot of language supports, especially with TypeScript, JavaScript, and Node.js stuff, which you can do here. Okay. All right. So you can use this, but I am using NeoVim, so that's not the big issue. Okay, so what else? Yeah, let's make a file called nvm index.js. Okay, so here is this file, and what we can do is, let's just write hello world console.log hello world. Okay, and I saved this. So if I will bat it again, you will see hello world. Okay, and if I ls, we should see two files, index.js and package.json. And to run that file, what we do is node, type node, and index.js. Okay, see, we get hello world. That is cool, isn't it? Okay, so we need to do more stuff than just hello world. So there are built-in modules in Node.js. So if I will go to documentation, here there are all the documentation. So if we will go to the version 14 or 16 API, so you will see all the built-in node modules, which other node packages are built into these only. So there are stuff like crypto, stream, path, OS, so HTTP, HTTP2, HTTPS, internationalization, CommonJS, ES6. Okay, so we can also add C++ add-ons here. If you are into C and C++, this can be good for you. And the REPL which we talked about. So first, I'll just show you the HTTP. So there are a lot of stuff in what actually HTTP is, hypertext transfer protocol. If you go at any website, what you see at the top is HTTPS, right? So, or HTTP. Okay, so if you will go here and click on learn, so you will get here and they'll teach you stuff, all a lot of stuff, and they'll show you how you can create a basic HTTP server. Okay, and let's try this. Okay, so how do we import stuff here? In JavaScript we do cool stuff, so we can type import, but it will not work. Import HTTP from HTTP. Let's see if it works or not. I'll save this, and I'll open a new tab, and I'll run same thing here, node index.js. See, cannot import a statement outside a module. You can use require, but we wanna live in the modern world, right? So let's do something. And here we just need to add type. It should be, I guess, module. Hmm. Type module, or you can just make it mjs. Okay, let's save it. Run this again. Okay, we get error again. Hmm. Uh, let's go here. This is how you solve stuff about. Here they are using the require, and if you will just go to DuckDuckGo and type Node.js import, some Stack Overflow will appear. Yeah, here we have ESM modules. So Node.js 16, and it also supports import meta and a lot of stuff. So import, export, and like this. And this is how you can enable it with our type, and set the flag. Yeah, type module. What did I do wrong? I write S. Okay, that was the big mistake. And let's see, our errors are gone. Perfect. So now we can start working. So I'll be using a lot of console log statements. So if I do console.log http, and you will see bunch of methods attached in this. Okay, so if I run this again, see, hell lot of stuff here. Okay, method, connected, get, bind, and blah blah blah, right? Okay, so now let's just see how we can create the server. So let's clear this up. Const server, you can name it whatever you want, equals to h, oh no, what am I typing, http dot, and here we get create server. This is how we create servers. Okay, create servers, cool. And here we will get same as express. I am using arrow function request, oh no, request. All right, so let's just, what what is happening? Ah, server and request and type response. We will get these two things when someone will hit our server with something. It can be anything. And then what we will do, we will just simply do server.listen. Okay, server.listen, it means, and we have something called ports. There are http ports, sftp, smtp, a lot of networking ports which you can use. So for this, let's use 5000. Okay, and this is the http server. We get request, I'll explain you. So right now I will just do res dot send, not send, it's end, res dot end. So internal writable end, so it will end the http request. You have hit me hard. Cool, let's save this up and run this again. It won't exit. See, it is not exiting, guys. It is not exiting. So what we can do, the url will be, we can just go to browser and we can type http localhost and 5000, whatever the port we had. So see, you have hit me hard. Isn't this cool, guys? You have hit me hard. So we have made a basic http server, and let's just log the request which we are getting from the server. console.log request. Cool, isn't it? Obviously. So if I refresh this again, and let me show you one other cool thing. From the terminal itself, if you have curl installed, if you don't, please install it. You can just do this. You have hit me hard, and it's cool, right? It is same as making a get request in the browser. Get request is what is the default request which browser sends, and it's the default request. Okay, so many defaults. And okay, so we did some console log. No, yeah, we did, but we forgot to restart the server. And to one is thing is that you will have to keep this restarting. So we have another amazing package called nodemon. Nodemon, see, is this the website? Yeah. So you can globally install this, or you can simply, if you don't want to install anything, just do npx nodemon index.js, and let's wait for it. Boom, our server is starting. I mean, it's started, right? Okay, so if I do curl again, you have hit me hard, and here is the log. Okay, okay, it's huge. And see how much information we get in a http request, right? So we get this as a readable stream, so we can do streaming and stuff, which is a very advanced topic which you should know about. Okay, so the thing what I'm looking, like, there are a lot of stuff here. So here we have raw headers and url, and here is this method get. Okay, so as I said that by default we send a get request. So if we want to just access that, I'll just do request, and I'm getting all these auto completion. If you will use VS Code, you will get the same thing. Okay, so request dot method, see. Okay, and let's save this again, and see, it should have been restarted. See, that's the feature of cool nodemon. If I hit again, you have hit me hard again. See, here it is get. Okay, if we make a post request, it will say post. How do I show you? I can show this with curl as well, but let me introduce to another tool called insomnia. So this is a cool app, something like postman, but this is open source, so it's cool, right? So let me just mm, let me make new request, my request. So right now I will just have to paste the URL, not get, http local host and port was 5000. Okay, fetch and import. No, this is not. Let's create a design document, request collection, my collection node. You can type anything you want, and from here we can create some stuff. This is GUI, so simple post. Okay, and here you can set the method simple post. Okay, create defaults to your request URL, and here we need to type this localhost. Let's copy paste. Why to write so much? Okay, see, and if I do post and go and check in the console, see, we have got post here. How cool it is. So this is how we check the methods, if it is post, if it is get, if it is put, if it is delete. All right, let's make it delete. Send it. See, it says delete. Amazing. Amazing. All right, so this is the basic, and whatever text you can send, you can also send JSON and all that. You can set headers. Okay, so now what I want to do is show you the path. So if we are sending something here, so just say not here, here slash hello. So this is the path. Okay, so it's still get because and request dot it should be, let's see what we have got. Path client, nope. Request dot headers dot now. All right, so request dot its url, request dot url, we will get lot of stuff here, not lot of, just the url. Okay, so now we will see the url here, and I click here. You have hit me hard, and see, here we get the hello. Hello, that's the url. So if I do hello slash hi, and it will be same. You get my point. Does anyone have doubts till now? Anyone wants to explain post request once more? So there are different types of request which we can make. So usually get is the default request, as I said, in the browser. When you hit a url, so if I go here, this is the get request. Okay, and but in this insomnia, okay, this is hard to. Okay, so we have these requests. So if we want to send some data, we use post. If we want to update, we use put. If we want to delete, then we do this delete. And patch is like some correcting stuff. npn man. Okay, so it is just for the convenience, and some of the limitations is that uh, what we have is it's npm mon, it's node mon. It's not npm mon, it's a node mon. So what this does is, as I said, it just reloads your application automatically. So rather than just doing node index.js, if I change something, I'll have to stop the server and start again. So rather than doing that, what node mon does is it keeps an eye on your file. This is our file index.js, and it keeps on an eye, you can say. And there is package called it's called Chaukidar, which you can use to build your own nodemon. So let's, where is npm? Okay, so Chaukidar npm. So what this does is, see, minimal efficient file watching library. So fs watch file, node.js has inbuilt modules as well to just keep an eye on your file. So whenever you change it and save it, it will get triggered. So that these things are pretty cool. So all right, let's so nodemon is doing that for us. That is just simple as it is sounds. Cool. So I guess that is enough. Yeah, definitely. Why we cannot send? Yeah, we can definitely send files or anything we want. Like, you upload a YouTube video right now, I am streaming. So it is making a lot of post requests to the stuff and streams APIs and all that. And it is using WebRTC as well. So obviously, if you upload a video on YouTube, you are making a post request to YouTube server. So that's everything you go, it is HTTP request. Everything is HTTP request. Okay, So coming back, so we need to get this. I'll show you the query params. So let me just go to a YouTube video, or I'll just go to the stream link, or let's just paste this here. See, here if I mm, send. So here we can add query params. Like, see, if we copy this, query params is what we send by question mark, and watch. Yeah. So if I get rid of this, it will be same. See? Nope. So okay. Let me just open this again in the, so you will understand better. So see, this is the stream link. So you will understand better. This is the stream link. Okay, so what we see here with the question mark and with v equals to, so in the value, v is value here, and what it is doing is simply telling that this is the id, and it is making a request to the backend, and yeah, it is telling that's the id and I want video for this. Cool. So we can do same stuff here. So we can just put a question mark and like slash, or do we need slash or not? So we can say hi equals to hello. Really bad example. So what we will see in the url here, so this is the stuff. Okay, so we get this in path as well. So I will show you how you can parse this up. We have request.url, and all this is like the same url. Node.js has the same stuff. So node, javascript, just say mdn url. So this is the web API, and we have lots of stuff. See, this is the new URL method which we will be using. Okay, so if we click here, so we need to pass the URL, and then we can do crazy stuff. See here, this is the URL and new URL. Okay, so this is how we create lot of, they are just giving you lot of examples. So let's do that. So const url equals to new, the same thing. See, url, and we need to pass the url. So request.url, or whatever the path. Right now you can see the same here. So it is en docs, and b was the new url. So it is appending this to the last, like, right. I will show you, it will become very clear. So request.url is this, right, this, and what we have is now the mm, let's use the template string. This is cool. So you can type http, and we will just do the our local server address. So request dot headers, so we get lots of stuff in headers, as I showed you. Request dot headers dot host, so incoming http, host means the url. Okay, uh, host means like if it is local host or somewhere, you can hard code this, but that is really bad practice. And if I log you this console.log url and let's move the request URL first, and let's save this. Nodemon has worked, it has restarted, and let's do this. You have hit me hard. See, we got this hello, hi, and we got the origin, protocol, everything, host, local host. Okay, and one more thing, like right now here, I was not sending the query param. So if I do ID question mark ID equals to whatever. Okay, I forgot to add quotes. You need to put quotes. See, you have hit me hard. Yeah, so this is what we get. Okay, and here is this search params which I was talking about, and we can easily extract this with the built-in URL. So if we just do let's get rid of this request.url, and URL is dot what it is, URL dot search params dot get. What do we want to get? We wanna get the ID. Say, what will happen? Will we get the ID? Yoo-hoo! Let's see. Yes, we got the ID. And why just keep checking on the console? So let's store this in a variable, right? Why not? Let's store this in const query val. You can put whatever you want. Yeah, this is good, and do query val, and let's delete this, or let's make this template a string as well. So what we will do, you have sent the ID equals to, and put dollar and query val. Okay, now we will still get the logs, and if I do here hi, you have sent ID equals to hi, and if we change it to buy, let's say ID is equals to buy, it will say buy. Okay, this is how YouTube is working behind the scene, and this is how they are parsing the ID there, right? So instead of this, what they have is some 10 digit blah 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 stuff, right? Okay. So anyone has got any doubts? Yes, Snehil, this is Vim. And guys, if you have not liked this, please like. That's the least anyone can do, right? Okay. So this is how we get query params. Everyone is fine. Role of package JSON is here. I just wanted to show if someone wants to use npm packages. And one thing we were doing is this type module. So I guess that is clear. Without type module, we won't be able to do this. Import HTTP from HTTP. Got it? Okay, so this is the basic HTTP stuff. Now, what we can do is we can save this somewhere. Okay, rather than logging, let's save it in a file. How about that? So, okay, so uh, okay, so fs read. Okay, so we imported read from file system. What is file system? These are the file system which we talked earlier, how someone is keeping an eye on the files. So read fs read. Okay, so we want write, right? So, and we will have to do this in a async await manner. Yeah, so or we can use then, but I want to use async, right? Async. What did I do wrong? Type a script, declaration, or a statement. I don't know. So uh, wrong spelling. Okay. So we want right. Okay. So we can use const something. Let's keep it something, and right. It's right file, guys. So if we do shift K or right click and go to stuff, and here the first param is path, then data, and then options. Okay, so if we go to docs as well, the Node.js docs, and here we have OS. Where is file? A B C D E F, file system. There we go. So file write w, yeah, write file. See, watch file. No, I wanted fs dot write file. Yeah, yeah, write file. So here is one of the example they gave. This is the callback. Okay, okay. One thing again here missing is we have to import promises. Okay, I love this. And let's test this, and we will just put the query val. So as they said, uh, fs.write file async. Okay, so here is this promise stuff which we were missing, and this is how you can do. So this is the file name, then this is the data. So let's keep the file name as uh, datas.txt. Then put the query val, and we can pass encoding. Yeah, so it can be UTF-8. Yeah. Cool. All right, so let's close this thing, and yeah. So what will happen, guys? It won't work. Trust me. Why will not? Why it will not work? And because we forgot to await it, obviously, right? Cool, cool, cool. Does not provide read, obviously not. And this is, guys, destructuring like module import. You could have done fs.write promise as well. So do this. Failed to connect. What happened? Our server crashed. We saved it, right? Why did it crash? Okay, you have sent ID blah blah blah. And no, it did not crash. And if I open the Explorer, what do I have? Do I have anything? Yes, we have datas.txt, and we have the ID here. See? How cool it is, isn't it? So there are other options. If we want to append file, we can do. What we can do? Yeah, mode flag default to W. So file system flags A. Okay. Okay. So A is like appending. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. So if we send something other than this, like let's say 1010, then what would have happened? This is renamed, right? But what we want is to keep appending stuff. Okay. So to do that, uh, what we can do is here we had the modes, right? In this options, the third parameter is options. So mode, was it mode or flag? Yeah, this is flag A. Okay, let's try this. Let's hit enter. Let's go to data dot. Yeah, see, it is appending. And to fix one more thing, what we can do is we can simply just add a new line here. So in the query val, let's just do right now we can do here. Why not? Let's do here only. You can just simply just do plus and backslash, and it is for the new line stuff, right? Okay. Okay. And let's delete this file now. It's gone. So if I send something again 1010, and I added this to 9999, and if we cat the or bat the what what was the file name? Datas. See, we got this. Cool. If we keep sending and we keep reading, see, it will keep adding at the end. Does anyone have any doubts till now? What is the use of async in create server? Because we are awaiting the right file. If we want to await, we will have to do this. We can get rid of this something because we are writing, right? So I guess you can read more about promises in JavaScript on internet. I also have videos on my channels. You can see how async await works and all that stuff. So this was all for reading, but how do we sorry, this was for writing, not reading. Okay. So what we can do is simply we get this request.url. So if we can just add a if statement, if request.url equals to triple equals to, how are we getting the urls? Yeah, followed by slash. So if it is slash list. Okay. uh, what we will do is we will read. Okay. So away const contents equals to read file. Okay. See, read file auto imported, boom. And what we need to do, we need to type the file name, so it is datas, or you can just use dot datas dot txt. Okay. And we will have to await this too, because this is async function. Why await has no effect? Oh no, it await. We need to import from the promises, so read file. And yeah, now it will have some effects. So what we will do is we will return here, so it means further code won't be executed. And so we will do same, rest dot end, and we will just send the contents. Okay, I hope this works. I hope this does. See, let's go to this URL. What was the URL? Slash list, I guess. See, we got the numbers. How cool it is. We read it from here and we returned it. And further code did not execute. And we made a basic, you can make it a to do app. You can send stuff with query params and all that stuff. And the thing is, we did not use any node modules, so you can see if I will ls here, there are no node modules folder here, because this is all built into Node.js. You don't have to do lot of stuff, and this is a very less code which is required to get you up running, reading, writing, and all that stuff. So if anyone has doubts, they can ask. I guess this is enough for this session. Or do you have any doubts? Then I'll take it right now.
I guess Shivam, if you can come on StreamYard, it would be great. So we can
Uh,
directly have questions here.
you mean
Like come on StreamYard, like we'll be having Q&A now.
StreamYard? I'm like already on a StreamYard.
No, no, no. Your video is on screen share, right?
Yeah,
So if
yeah.
you can come up on StreamYard directly, so it will be
Okay,
great. We
okay.
can have
Sure,
take
sure.
questions directly. Cool. Okay, cool. So yeah, it was an amazing session, and we pretty much learned about JavaScript. Sorry, Node.js today. It is a part of JavaScript anyway. So now we'll be taking questions. Starting with the question, what does equal to means? Okay, Shivam,
What
you
does
only answer.
triple equals to means?
Triple equal means. Okay, sorry, triple
It,
equals to.
so if you type just like, that's why I had a screen shared. I could show them like immediately what's the meaning. So anyway, so triple equal is like it checks for the data type as well. So if you do one equals to and one in quote, and you type double equals, then what will happen is it will say that's true, because it is not checking for the data type. And JavaScript is dynamic language, we all know that. So we use triple equal, it means it is a same data type to avoid bugs and issues.
Moving to the next question. Sorry. Next question. Sorry. Yes. How can we store data from to-do list app in some database? Yes, for this, Harshit will be having session next week. We have two type of databases we'll be doing. First is SQL and second is MongoDB. Is Shivam stuck? I
Yes,
guess
I guess.
Shivam is facing some network issues.
Uh,
Shivam,
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
I'm here.
Shivam. Actually, your video is lagging. Maybe you're facing some network issues. I guess yes. Uh, what are the advantages of promises instead of callbacks? I guess
Yeah. Am I visible now?
yes, you are visible,
Mm.
but your voice is still lagging, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
We have Praveen as well as on the stream. Hi, Praveen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, hi Praveen. So advantages of promises is you don't have to nest stuff. You can just write it.
I guess,
Okay.
Shivam, your voice is not still audible at my end. Let me know
Yeah, same.
if it's audible to the participants or there's facing issues here. Can some of the participants quickly ping up in the live chat whether Shivam is audible or not? Stuck. Yes, Shivam is stuck. Shivam, you are facing some network issues, I guess.
All
It
right.
would be better if
Yes.
you can rejoin.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
By the way, talking about an update, we have updated leaderboard for Android Dev Track. Announcement have been not made yet. It will be made after the session. So if you are from web or Android Dev Tech, you can check. Really sorry for this. I guess by the time if you have any questions related to developer days as well, you can ask by the time Shivam join back. Okay, we have Shivam.
How
Shivam now.
how
Now
about
it's
now?
Yeah, it's
it's
fine.
visible and audible both. It's fine. So let's back the questions again. Let's get back to the questions again. Um, First question is suggest how can we
Uh,
store data from to-do list app in some
it's
databases?
it's pretty simple. Like every database, like these days, are now providing their own wrappers or third-party libraries are there as well, like Next.js and SQLize. These are ORMs, and for MongoDB, you can use the MongoDB's itself library. You can just query and all that stuff and store it.
By the way, guys, there'll be two sessions for databases separately for databases next week. So it's on Friday and sorry, it's on Thursday and Saturday. Friday is Ganesh Chaturthi. We won't be having session that day.
Do we have more
Uh,
questions?
Suggest some beginner-friendly ideas, project ideas for Node.js.
So the one is this to do app. Like this is not the fully complete app. So but you can make this more advanced. Like use search query. Okay, let me just switch to.
I guess
I
Shivam is
guess
stuck
he's
again.
stuck. Yes, he's
Yes,
stuck.
it's good that he doesn't get stuck in the stream like while the stream.
Yeah, the continuation of everything didn't broke. Like
It is amazing.
it's
Shivam is back
fine.
Is
again.
it
Yes,
is it
yes,
still
it's fine.
lagging? I
It's
No,
changed
no,
fine.
it's audible.
network.
It's audible and visible now.
Okay. So some, like as I said, you can make this to do app really great. Add the search params for really like searching the to dos and return the list. Store this in a database and like you can also add file uploads with Formidable or Formic. There are a lot of libraries which you can use to make things easier. Right now, I showed you with the bare minimum stuff, so you can really get stuff from here to the next level. You can use some create some command line applications and all that.
Next question. What are the advantages of promises instead of callbacks?
Yeah, so callbacks is like, even if you just like, callback is like you have to pass a function in another function and it gets nasty. Like you keep doing it, you keep repeating it, you keep passing it again and again. If you have lot of things which takes time to be fetched or read, wherever we have time taking stuff where we need to wait, so there is where promises comes handy. So async, await, try, catch.
Okay, there's one question from Manpreet. Apart from these seminars, if you want to continue in the field of major projects, which site or course you suggest for Node.js or basically for web dev? I guess FreeCodeCamp is one. Apart
Yes.
from
Yeah,
that,
free
if
code camp
anyone,
is really great. And YouTube has a lot of tutorials as well. You can see my tutorials as well. And there are few other great channels with Brad Traversy has great videos and all that stuff. So, and it will at the end it will come down to how much you are able to do stuff on your own rather than following courses. So that's the main thing. If you just keep in the following the courses, you won't be learning much unless you do something unique. You come up with your own stuff, make something on your own. Like even if something exists, don't just follow the tutorial or jump into the code. Try to make it without seeing it
yes,
or following it.
because it won't be a project if you just follow the tutorial from YouTube, because it will be
Yeah,
just your
but
practice material,
most
right?
people do the thing and they
Yes,
think like.
yes, yes. Okay, Shivam, can you share your YouTube channel link? People are asking in the live chat, so they can quickly go and
Uh,
subscribe to the channel as well.
Channel is you can, one is for Hindi, it's Padhega India, and one is Creative J.
Yeah, just a second. If someone can get the link.
It's youtube.com/Padhega India YT, and for Creative J it's same youtube.com/Creative J.
Yes, and Padhega India.
Yeah.
Cool. Shivam, Padhega India. Yes, I got it. I've give the board challenge, right? We have both the challenge, both the channels on the live chat as well. And
Yeah.
like to be honest, his channel is very great because he explains everything in this fun manner and actually keeps the interest for all the participants and all the
Yeah,
viewers actually. Similar to
that's the
what
goal.
happened today, like small
Yes,
jokes have
exactly.
kept the interest of all the participants in the session.
That was what I was going to say just now.
How much time does it take to master Node.js just to sake of web development from scratch?
It totally depends how much you want to learn. It's not like you can learn all the Node.js stuff unless you are the creator, you really know.
Yes, because no one can master
So it
anything.
should
That is one thing that no one can
yeah,
master
someone
any
can master,
language,
but
right?
there will always be a level. At what level? Like you cannot know literally everything. In every release they add something new, they keep improving it. So with these technologies it is really hard. It's master to everything about JavaScript, that is fine, but Node.js will have its own APIs and stuff keep coming. And again now they release the Dino, so now people will have to learn that and move there. So but still to get the basic and overview, 6 months is enough to master the all overall things.
Yes. And if you are talking about front end, you can master it in 3 to 4 weeks because it doesn't take any much efforts in front end. What all
uh,
matters is DevOps and the like backend part. And it also depends upon your phase of
I
learning.
really won't say that, because in front end it is really really lot of things, whether it's
For like
Angular, it's
not
Vue.
master, not master, but it like some level where you can make your own projects.
uh, with what, like React,
Like in the React
Angular?
and all React, HTML, any particular one stack, if you want to master 1 to 2 months,
mm,
it's enough. Like if pretty much enough for not master, but a level where you can make your own
Yeah, to
projects.
get the basics, like Vue is pretty
Yes.
easy. So I guess in 1 2 months you can really learn it.
Even React is pretty much easy, but it requires some of patience when you are learning React.
Exactly.
I am on more into front end, so I can tell like it takes some time to for React. HTML and CSS, it's pretty much easy because you are learning that from I guess class 6 or 7. But yeah, and which one is easy, Node.js or Java as a backend? I guess
Everyone
Node.js.
knows that answer.
It's
to
Node.js.
to write hello world in Java, you will have to make a class. And yeah, Java is like it's being used a lot of places. If you want to work on that code base, you will have to learn Java. But the new startups and like they are using Node.js, PayPal, Netflix, and
Even Django is kind of very like in trend right now after
yeah,
Python.
Django
Took
is
off.
too. But one thing I don't like about Python is it's very slow.
It's very
Not
slow, and like usme we feel like we haven't coded much, like as a programmer kind of you, because you're just writing English statements. Like I'm not against Python, but it's what I feel. On the other hand,
yeah, yeah,
JavaScript is pretty much good when we are making some projects. Like it feels
yeah.
like we are
It's
programming.
yeah. Python is like you don't have any quotes, any curly brace, any bracket.
That's a
It's like
straightforward language, right? So it's an advantage and a disadvantage at the same time.
yeah.
And for beginners, what do have to learn first? Front end, sorry, back end with Python, Node.js, or front end?
If you learn JavaScript, why will you learn Python?
Same thing, same question.
I mean, just learn JavaScript. You can do both front end and back end. That's the way to go. But if you learn Python, you can't do front end.
Which is more important, React JS or React Native?
If you don't know React JS, you can't do React Native.
The perfect answer.
Perfect
Yeah,
answer.
because React Native is just built on the. I mean, React Native is built on React JS, so everything is used there, like same.
Anyways, for like for resource, if you want to go to front end, do check Free Code Camp. It has lots of
Yeah.
courses. It is
True.
free as well. And what all
Also,
I
you
have
get to
learned
work
about
on
like
project, right? Like
yes,
you won't get your certifications till you make 5 projects. So it's best platform to practice. So just go for free code camp and practice there.
but I would like it's very basic. So
Yeah.
after doing Free Code Camp, you need to make your own projects in order to master. So yeah, that is all. Uh, any more question? Like how to get convert code automatically when someone writes with React.js?
What does it
Uh,
mean?
nahin, I am also like not able to understand the question, but yeah,
He means like sorry, it's he. Uh,
she.
yeah. So what React does is internally, so JavaScript is there, which is the you write JSX, so it converts to JavaScript XML. So we have a JSX parser. What this is what Babel does, and yeah, that's the code which you wrote is still same. React.js is JavaScript library, so it is doing the stuff which you want. Beside like except you are not doing it directly.
Okay, are there any more questions? There's one question about from Anshuman ki whether go for front end or back end if he or she is a beginner. He, she, or they is a beginner.
Hmm, like it's pretty hard to say. If you are more into design, go for front end. But if you are more into logic, system, operating system, and all that, go for back end.
Actually, it depends upon the interest. I
Yeah,
like things
exactly.
show visibly. That's why I have interest in front end. Some people who like to
Okay.
work in backstage and have, like, do some brainstorming with the logics and all, they like backend. So it depends totally depend upon you. But
Yeah,
front
yeah.
end is easier to work as per my experience. Backend
Uh,
requires some of,
That
Node.js is like,
depends on your interest, right?
that
You
depends
yeah,
can't
upon
you
say
can
interest.
that.
say
See,
one
that
is
is
better
upon my
than.
personal preferably, but front end is
Yeah.
Okay.
easier to work on. Like, you need to write a lot of code, but it's easier to understand. You don't need to have much logic in it. But yeah, some of the application do run on front end as well, because like, as we make a bad generation in the last team, we have Praveen as well as here. So we make a bad generation with React JS. It doesn't have a backend; it's only have front end. So it, you can check the streams back, like, on the YouTube channel itself. There's one question, like, I have read somewhere uh, that once we write React JS, then we don't need to write the code again. There's one tool which converts
Uh,
it automatically.
Actually, let me tell you the latest technology. It's called custom components. You don't need any library or frameworks. There was a good library for the custom components as well. So it's like Salesforce use it heavily on their website. So something called Lightning is like that. Unka apna hai. So it's like you make components and you just directly import into the HTML, and you don't need to use React or anything. You can just pass props and all that stuff. A lot of companies are moving to it, like the custom component. So React is the same thing. We write one component and we import it and we reuse it.
I guess she's talking about React Native or Flutter, which are cross platform languages, because we don't need to convert the code for each of the platforms. I guess she's talking about that.
Okay, so like how do they work? So what React Native has and what Flutter is. Flutter, I don't know that much, but in React Native, what you have, the folks at Facebook or React Native, you say, what they have done is like they have written everything you need to do with the Android or iOS, all the components which they have natively, and they have made a bridge. Like everything is written in the Java for Android side, and for what is that for Apple is like C, something like that. So Swift has came around. So yeah, then what they do is you write here and then they convert it. So it's like using the same stuff with same name, they do that. And in React Native we have something called a JavaScript engine which gets installed, so all the communication happens on JavaScript itself.
Okay, cool. Right. I guess Shivam, your camera is off. No worries. I guess he's
uh,
disconnected. Your
No,
camera
it's
is
fine.
turned off, maybe.
no, actually my the camera was like the battery got discharged.
No worries, no worries. So, anyways, we have come to the end of the session. Now many of the people
Yeah.
are waiting for the giveaway results. So
Okay.
let me quickly open up the forms. We have about 50 responses. Can you take random number between 1 to 50, Shiva? Like
uh,
random numbers between 1 to 50.
5.
Okay, it is Prabhakar Sahu. The first one is Prabhakar Sahu. Next number.
18.
Okay, 18. We have Hani Patel,
uh, 25.
Janki Baria. Sorry for if I'm taking your name, like pronunciation. Uh,
1.
Next, it's Nikhil Shanbag,
Okay.
and next,
uh,
one more.
35.
Okay, it's Meghna Singh. So all these people can contact, I guess, Sparsh from Developer Student Community. So you'll get the Bitcoin vouchers from him. So congratulations, everyone. And I
You
guess
can contact him on the
everything.
Discord server. Just tag
Yes,
him
on the Discord
and
server.
he'll tell you the further procedure.
Cool. There's one more question in
Actually,
the chat.
yeah.
Uh,
So I have a like beginner, very basic getting started guide on React. Like if she knows Hindi, I guess, then she can watch the React JS crash course.
sure, like I have already put the your
Yeah.
channel
On
link in the
Padhega
stream.
India, like you can just see the React Native and React JS. It's very beginner tutorial. Like I have put that in really the way which everyone likes.
Cool. So I guess we can end the session. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Shivam, for joining us today. And if you have
Thank you, bro.
any doubts, you can ping it on the Discord server. We have got amazing mentors. Snail is one of them. Snail always comes on the stream and help
Yeah,
the participants on the live chat. So thank you and a big shout out to Snail. We have Shubham and Darshan
Okay.
as well who will be helping you us for the like questions and doubts. So
Okay.
I guess we can end today's stream. And once again, thank you
yeah,
so much, Shivam, for your
Okay.
time. And Atulya can end the session now.
yeah. So
Okay.
thank you so much, everyone who joined today for the fourth session of the web development track of Mozilla Durg, Developer Student Community, and KOG Durg present the Developer Days, platform partner, DevFolio, authentication partner, Savo Labs, and supported by Script Foundation, the month long celebration for developers. Thank you so much. Have a great day ahead.